to the first of this month's reconstructions. Anne Locke, a secretary at London Weekend Television, had been married just a month when she vanished on her way home one Sunday night. It's a case that's produced big headlines and wild rumours. Tonight, we'll be showing the face of a man that police need to trace in connection with her disappearance. Our reconstruction starts 7 weeks ago at Anne's home in Hertfordshire.
Hello? Yeah, yes it is. Oh, hello, Simon.
Just after lunch on Sunday afternoon, May the 18th, Anne Locke's boss phoned from London Weekend Television.
I'll be in about 4 o'clock.
Anne occasionally worked Sundays, but the producer asked if she could work a little later than usual.
No, I don't mind. Of course I don't mind. That's fine. All right then. See you later. Bye.
Anne's 86-year-old grandmother lives in the same house, and she remembers all was normal when Anne left home.
Bye, Nan. I won't be late.
Anne's husband was in Dorset for the weekend, planning a diving trip for their sub-aqua club. He was away till late that night.
This particular Sunday, we had just sold her car, and she would normally on a Sunday have driven all the way up to LWT where she could have parked her car. But on this particular occasion, because she had no car and the new one had not yet arrived, she cycled to Brookman's Park station.
Brookman's Park is a prosperous Hertfordshire village just north of Potter's Bar. Anne was known around the village by her maiden name, Sunyuk. That Sunday, Anne was only just back from her honeymoon, and she had a noticeable suntan for mid-May.
Excuse me, what time's the next train, please?
To 43.
43?
Yep.
The ticket collector clearly remembers Anne arriving with her bike. Almost certainly she would have parked it in the station bike sheds and locked it. Anne's normal route to work took her on the Welwyn Garden City to London line that used to be called the GN Electric. It stops at places like Potter's Bar and Finsbury Park. London Weekend Television on the South Bank. Anne finished typing the London programme scripts at around 8:30. On her way out, she had to hand copies of the scripts to drivers who delivered them to the producers' homes.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
You come to collect these?
Yeah, I'm going south.
Okay. That's yours there.
Thank you. Thank
Right.
you. Thank you. Driver, if no one is in, please put through letterbox. You must be joking. What do you think we're going to do? Drink it back?
Well, you might do. Some drivers would. I'll see you. Thanks. Night-night.
These were the last people known to have spoken to Anne. No one seems to have seen her since. Assuming Anne went home, she'd normally have walked to Waterloo Underground, the York Road entrance. There she would have waited on the Bakerloo line platform and taken a northbound train. There are no sightings so far of Anne on this section of her journey, nor at Oxford Circus, where normally she changed onto the Victoria line. At Finsbury Park, Anne would have switched to British Rail, probably the 9:38 to Welwyn Garden City, which would take her to Brookman's Park. No one has come forward who saw Anne that Sunday evening. But if you were there, something might jog your memory. A fellow passenger was behaving rather oddly. It's 9:38 on Sunday, May the 18th. 9 stops down from Finsbury Park is Brookman's Park, Anne's home. The bike shed is unlocked and the station is unmanned. This teenager has come forward and remembers seeing someone about half an hour before that London train arrived.
Have you seen anybody with an air gun?
No, why?
Somebody been shooting at pedestrians with an air gun.
No, I haven't. Been a friend's house, took them offwards.
By this time, Anne's husband, Lawrence, had got back from his boat trip.
I arrived home just before 10 o'clock. Nan met me on the drive and she was quite distressed as Anne hadn't come home and she hadn't phoned either. I unhitched the boat, unloaded the car and drove back down to Brookman's Park station. I got there, had a look in the bike shed to see if her bike was there and it wasn't. It had already gone. I was about to leave when I saw a train coming in.
Just after 10, the train Anne should have been on arrived at Brookman's Park. This couple, Mr. and Mrs. Masterman, home from a hiking trip, are sure that they were the only people to get off at Brookman's Park.
I phoned work to actually ascertain that she had left, and they said that she had and left quite some time earlier. I phoned a couple of friends to see if she was around there. I checked with the police to see if she had been involved in a road accident on her bike. I then reported her missing to the police at Hatfield.
At dawn, 5 o'clock on Monday morning, police found Anne's bike 60 yards from the station shed. It was still padlocked. From here, Hertfordshire police have mounted a 7-week search of fields, woods and parkland near the Brookman's Park railway station. It's so far taken over 16,000 man-hours. It's turned up some slight evidence that Anne Locke might have got as far as Brookman's Park that Sunday night. Her diary and address book were found along the footpath that crosses Blue Bridge Road. Inspector Paul Dockley, you personally found that address book, but it was 700 yards away from the diary found by one of your colleagues.
That is quite correct.
Now, how do you account for that?
Well, in fact, one of the considerations we're making is that that bag that Anne was carrying, which is a black zip-up bag, which we have here...
This is a replica, yeah?
This is a replica, could have been found and the items abandoned from that bag by some passer-by after the event. Now, obviously, we have made inquiries with the Director of Public Prosecutions with regard to this, and he's agreed that there will be no police prosecution if any person comes forward saying they found that bag, removed any of the contents or the money that was in it, as long as they're not involved with the disappearance of Anne Locke.
And of course, it could have been somebody quite innocently finding
Well,
the address
possibly.
book, whatever, tossing it away, thinking it was of no good to anybody.
that's
You
quite
desperately need anybody who found the bag or the contents, anything like that in that area. Now, that teenager who saw that man acting strangely on the Sunday night at Brookman's Park, that was a fairly strange piece of behaviour.
Well, not only was there that, but on the previous day, the Saturday, at 11:45 in the evening, some people had been to a dinner party in Brookman's Park and returning to the station, and there was a bench across the entrance to the platform, which made them walk in a rather obscure angle onto the platform. They were approached by a man. He asked what time the last train was, stood around for a few minutes, and then he made his way out of the platform and up the stairs and out of view, and he hasn't been seen since.
So on 2 consecutive nights, just before she disappeared, around the time she disappeared, there was somebody acting strangely. You've got a description. We've got the first video fit of this man. Can you describe him to us?
Yes, this man is described as 35 to 40 years. He's 5'6" tall, of medium build. He has a receding hairline and collar-length brownish hair, dark brown hair. He was wearing a bomber jacket and dark-coloured jeans or trousers, and it is believed that he just spoke with a local accent.
Right, now that's an entirely new description, and of course the man presumably need not have been a local. I mean, Brookman's Park is right on the A1 and the M25.
That is correct,
So
yes.
he could, frankly, have come from anywhere.
He could have done.
She's been missing a long time now. Do you think there's any chance that Anne is still alive?
We are obviously very concerned for her safety, and we do fear that she may have come by her death.
Right. OK, well, if you feel that you can help in any way, please do call us. Detectives are waiting for you. Call right now on 01811 8055. Or you can call the incident room at Welwyn Garden City. That's 0707 331 011. Welwyn Garden City, 331 011.